Hi, class. I would ask if you've learned what it is and what your prediction is, but I can't see you, so I'm not going to do that. So we're going to turn to Rebecca, or turn to Laura, excuse me, to learn to Laura, and we're going to find out about our kids and see if you guys are right. So Laura, can your kids hear?
No, they're both deaf.
They're both deaf.
Yeah.
And so they must also carry the recessive gene.
They have to because I don't have the dominant gene.
Okay.
My husband did not have the dominant gene. So it's too recessive for me, too recessive for my husband. So my kids are going to be all deaf. If I had 100 kids, they would all be deaf.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Because they're going to all get the recessive gene. There's no dominant. Dominant's gone.
So your husband and you gave one gene apiece to your children, and the only gene they can give you is the recessive, so they will be deaf. And their kids, well, we don't know what their kids will be because they could marry a hearing.
My oldest son, Nathaniel, he married a deaf woman.
Oh, okay.
And her parents are deaf.
Okay.
And her parents carry the recessive gene, so that's why Allie is married to Nathaniel. She's deaf. So both of them have the recessive gene, and I have a grandson who's deaf.
Oh,
so
okay.
We're getting bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my other son, Alexander, is deaf. You know that. And he married a deaf woman. But she was born hearing.
Oh, she lost her hearing.
But she lost her hearing. So we don't know. We don't know because her parents can hear, and she is one of the triplets. The two kids, her two siblings can hear. But wait a minute, I'm sorry, no. She has, what do you call it, triplets?
Triplets, yep, 3.
Yeah, but she was born later.
Okay.
She was born by herself, single. And her brothers and sisters can hear, but she's deaf.
Okay.
So we don't know if she had the recessive gene or because she became deaf later. It's a different, maybe a different kind of a gene. I'm not sure if it's dominant recessive.
Yeah. Okay. Now, we've been talking to each other, and we haven't been using sign language. How can you do that? You can't hear at all.
If I wear a hearing aid,
okay,
and I have some hearing, the hearing aid amplifies it, so I can hear, but it's not the same way you can hear.
Okay.
And
so,
but I'm used to it because I started wearing a hearing aid when I was little.
Yeah.
And so I'm used to the sound. I don't hear everything. I never hear the birds sing.
Yeah.
Never hear because that's too. I think the pitch is too high, right? The pitch is too high. I tend to hear low, loud sound, like a motorcycle or a lawnmower, without the hearing aid.
Okay.
If I'm near them.
But you're, how are you?
So I'm lip reading. I need to look at you.
Yes.
And the listening to you helps. But I need to do both. I cannot do one or the other.
Okay. So is that how you make it through your day? Is you have to read lips?
Yes. People need to enunciate for me to be able to understand them. There are many people that don't enunciate, like the Chinese people are usually difficult because their letters and their alphabet, it's just the way they're not used to saying the R's.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Or something, and their mouths are smaller, so it's hard to speak. It's hard to speak.
So if I spoke without even making noise, but I was saying the words, you could understand what I was saying.
Probably.
Okay.
Try that. Try that.
I don't know what to say.
Oh.
How about?
This park is beautiful.
That's exactly right. That's very good. So you got that without me saying anything. Okay. So you work in a medical lab, right?
Yes.
So
I'm a lab technician.
And so you must interact with people all the time doing this.
Yeah. And everybody knows how to talk to me.
Okay.
Everybody knows that if they want my attention, they go like this. Or they wave. If they're not close to me, they wave.
Okay.
To get my attention.
Okay. All right. Well, great. Well, thank you for speaking with us today.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking a lot more about these recessive and dominant genes, and we're going to be starting to make these things called Punnett squares, which help us to predict whether or not children will be born, like Laura's children, will be born deaf or will be born hearing. And we'll talk more about this in a future time.
Just want to make one last thing. My sister Rebecca is married to a hearing man,
Okay.
and she had 2 hearing kids.
Oh,
And her husband had dominant gene too. There's no definite in his family.
oh, but
And
their
so-
children will
so
carry the
now-
recessive disease.
Yeah. So now her kids have the dominant gene for the hearing and the recessive.
Okay.
So if they marry someone with the dominant and the recessive,
Yep.
then they have usually a 25% chance.
We're going to show them how to use these Punnett squares to predict that using, we're going to give them all sorts of
Did
vocabulary.
I give away the answer?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
We're going to use all sorts of vocabulary like heterozygous and homozygous, and
All right.
they're going to get used to all that, and they'll be able to do this too. All right. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thanks.